George Soros, and the relationship the two of you had. I mean, because you were there, you were the guy when the great decision, based on the devaluation of the pound, happened.
Yes.
Right. You bet right.
Yes.
And you bet a lot.
Yes.
And you made $1 billion plus on one day.
Something like that, yes.
Something like that, you know precisely.
Okay, true.
So who has, I'll use a polite term, who's the bigger nerve, you or George?
Oh, I'd say
Who has more ice water?
George has more ice water than I do. I'd say if you looked at our records, they're very comparable.
Right.
When he ran quantum and I ran quantum, they're almost within decimal points. And I'd say George made more spectacular bets, and my record was a little more. The bets were more consistent, but the results were pretty much the same.
But do you agree with him in terms of that? You know, if you see an opportunity, just go all in.
Oh yeah, if there's one thing I learned from George and what made me a better money manager because of George, it's exactly that. It's not whether you're right or wrong. It's how much money you make when you're right and how much you lose when you're wrong.
Yeah.
So,
and how confident you are that you're right.
Yes, but up until that point, I had a very good record, but it was only after I was with George that I learned how much you should really press a bet when your confidence level is extremely high. I did fine before I was there, don't get me wrong, but it was amazing to watch that man when we had something we really believed in, to see the way he would size risk and reward.
Yeah. And you cherish the fact that the relationship is one in which, as I asked you when you sat down, you know, we're friends, we have different lives, but he once said, you know, you're not only a great money manager, but you're also a partner.
No, I have very fond feelings with George. It was the best 12 years of my life. My 3 children were born. I learned a lot. It was an exciting time. And, you know, we're still in touch. We're on different political sides.
That's exactly where I was going. There's been a build-up to that.
It doesn't matter in terms of our friendship at all.
You're totally at different places, aren't you?
Yes, but the respect is there. So, I mean, maybe Washington could learn something because we couldn't be different politically, but I think the mutual respect is there. So
define how you're different politically.
I think George, in traditional terms, he would be considered more on the left,
right?
And I would be considered more on the right, particularly on the non-social issues, on the economic issues. Okay. He's much more pro-regulation. He thinks markets go wild. I love free markets. I'm anti-regulation.
Yeah, and are you, beyond being on the right, more libertarian?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair, yes.
Yeah.